Hello, I'm Sandra Kurtz. I'm an environmental educator here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have a master's in education, administration, and supervision from UTC. And I had founded the Tennessee Environmental Education Association. I've been at the Chattanooga Nature Center as an education coordinator and director. I worked for TVA Energy Center, and I was the education coordinator there. I realized that people were not really acting in ways that were helpful to the earth. I began to do a good bit of activism, which is basically, in my mind, education, trying to get people to understand the things that will really make a difference. I'm a columnist now for the Pulse newspaper here in town. I write once a month on environmental issues. I began Kurtz Consulting. Over time, we formed about 65 of these eco teams all around the city to reduce their impact on the earth. And in the end, they were able to reduce their trash by half. They were able to reduce their transportation emissions by 9%, reduced their energy by 25%. They reduced their water consumption as well. And it's really about establishing habits. I'm not generally discouraged by things that might not look like success. There's always some partial success, and there are little successes along the way. I can't point to any particular success story. I suppose that my apartment in downtown Chattanooga at 4th and Georgia Street, and I would track my energy use, just trying to live as simply as possible. Then I had to think about the water use. I kept track of things like how many times did I flush the toilet. And then I also thought about plants. I had the opportunity to have a little community garden. I planted some vegetables and herbs and lavender. So I could grow some of my food as well. And I found that you can live pretty inexpensively and you don't need all of the bells and whistles. And, we have a strong environmental community here in Chattanooga. We've been a bit of a leader in the state. The Southeast, far and wide, is behind other places in the U.S. But Chattanooga is a bit of a good example. The greenway system is wonderful. People can get out and have a touch of nature. That's important. Air quality has much improved. Of course, you know the history of us being the dirtiest city. And we certainly have come back from that. We're slowly moving toward more solar and wind energy, which is the way to go, getting rid of the carbon emissions, and that is a climate change action. You can say that we're on a good path. We're certainly not there, and we need to think more about the health impacts of some of the things we're doing. There are many things that still need to be done, and it's tough. Anything that you might see as an assault to the environment in your own community, there is help at these national and state and regional environmental organizations. If you want to help the environment, join some of the environmental organizations. They are doing the work every day. You just need to cut back on this consumerism that we're so into here in the United States. When we really run out of our resources, we will be the ones to suffer the most. We are the ones that are going to have trouble trying to figure out how to exist, continue to exist. It may feel like an uphill battle to make something happen, and people will tell you that it's a done deal. You can't win that one. It's not true. Never assume that it's already decided.